This program is sponsored by Beyond Health.
Let's take a mental minute with Beyond Health. I'm your special guest host, Davon Kane, and I have two amazing women with me. We have Aminah, who is the counselor, and we also have Z, who is one of the clients. How are y'all ladies doing today?
We are so good.
We're good. I'm good.
How was your weekend?
It was wonderful, actually. I got some rest, much needed rest.
Yes, I love that. Okay, so I have just one starter question. What does pride mean to you?
Okay. So I love that question. I really do. As a counselor specializing in LGBTQIA+, I really feel like pride is about authenticity. It's about celebrating queer culture. It's about paying homage to the shoulders that we stand on, that we can even have a Pride Month, right? So many sacrifices were made. It's a celebration, right? And it comes back to knowing who you are and embracing your identity. So for me as a mental health professional, it's a beautiful time to see my clients really own their narratives and who they are and their stories.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that.
I love that question because, I'm sitting here thinking about it. I'm like, okay, what does pride mean to me? It means community is my family, is where I come from, is where my roots are. You know, I have to give back to what I come from, where I come from, you know. And I stand on that. I stand firm on that.
I love that. I feel like for me, pride is a sense of freedom. I feel like pride is freedom, being able to be authentically yourself, because on a day-to-day basis, it's always a struggle.
Yes.
It's always a daily process of you having to get up and show up for yourself.
Yes.
So having a sense of freedom is the main thing that I think about when it's like pride.
Yes.
Just being free, just being authentic,
To be
just
yourself.
be yourself.
Yes.
Because it's hard to just do that on a day-to-day basis.
And when you see other people do that, it gives you permission and others observing you permission to be free as well.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
That's what it's about. It's about permission.
In community.
Having that permission.
And being in your own skin. Just
Yeah.
fully.
Yeah.
Yes, and especially by this being Pride Month. We are healing out loud, pride and proud.
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
That is awesome.
Yes.
So why do you think mental health is often overlooked for the LGBTQIA community?
I think that's such a weighted question. I think that I'm going to be completely transparent. Our brothers and sisters in the LGBTQIA+ community are under attack right now. Politically under attack.
Say it for the people in the back.
Under attack,
Yes.
right? And so systemically, individuals in this community are overlooked in several ways, and mental health is a byproduct of that, right? A lot of individuals that I serve as a professional come to us with stories of how they're not even accepted in their own homes, let alone in the community, right? There's so much stigma. There's discrimination. And from there, we get this internalized homophobia, transphobia. And from there, there's an easy pipeline to depression, suicidal ideation,
That part.
right? Anxiety. And so I think all of these kind of systemic issues create a neglect and a vacuum in mental health in the LGBTQIA+ community for sure.
I feel like totally agree with that. I totally agree.
Yeah.
And I believe that we're taught to survive, not heal.
Yes.
You better say that, Z.
Let's be real. We've been in survival mode for generations. You know, we haven't been given the space to feel. You know, so we're taking that. Like this younger generation, like we're taking it. We're saying, you know, to hell with y'all. Like we're just gonna do it.
Yeah.
And be satisfied in that and sit in it.
Yes, absolutely.
I definitely agree with that. And sometimes I think it's overlooked just because growing up, we never really had those resources or those outlets to be free and to really just be open about what our emotions are. Sometimes our parents was raising us off of a struggle, trying to make ends meet.
Yes.
So when it comes to overlook, it's like, I'm trying to pay these bills. So I can't really cater to what you're trying to do. But then also having a parent that fully don't understand us organically,
right?
It's harder for them to, really pay attention and also still be a parent at the same time and still trying to take care of bills and all of that.
And it also, we were talking about before about permission, right? And I feel like what I have observed from many individuals in this community, it's like they're still waiting for permission to be themselves.
Yes.
So how can I even get to a place where I'm asking for help when I'm still just trying to exist without stigma, without discrimination, right? And so I think that is a big reason why mental health is overlooked as well, because like you said, I'm just trying to make sure my mom still loves me, let alone ask for a therapist, and then we also, like I said, we have an issue with there not being access to affirming care. And so I think that's also an issue as well.
What has been the strongest support system that you have been?
Beyond Health. They've really become my family.
I love that.
Yeah,
I love that.
They really have.
Can you share an experience?
Okay, so
when you first joined?
I got my surgery a couple of years ago now. Actually, 2 years ago now. And they've dealt with all my crap, my ins and outs, my ups and downs. And they say, we're just going to love you through it, And I love that about them.
Yeah. So when you were going through your transition process, how was that mentally for you as you navigate?
Every day was different, because it's so much going on with me personally already, like the addiction part. And then the transition part. It's hard to explain. It's really hard to put into words.
Yeah.
But I just know, I just step out every day, and you see it.
You got to be proud about it. Yeah.
I'm completely proud about it.
Yeah. I think it's also like a process that mentally you are transitioning into something else, but you also have to have support system around you to kind of keep you going in the same process. And some people don't fully understand it, or some people can't really relate. When you are dealing with those type of things, how do you deal with your clients when they are going through this?
So as a mental health professional, I think it's important. One of the things I loved in school was this concept of Rogerian theory. And Rogerian theory says, before anything else, have empathy.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And so one of the things that guides me as a mental health professional is I may not fully understand the community because I'm not living in it, but I can share a space. I can hold space. I can use all of my education, all of my training, but also my love. And let that guide me. And so I think that the best way for mental health professionals is to go back to Rogerian theory, right? It's very basic. Warmth and empathy, right? That just let that guide you as a professional. And I think that's something that we at Beyond Health, we pride ourselves on for sure.
I love that. And Beyond Health it seems like it's just a space where you can just be free, but you can also give knowledge, and you also can just be aware in the process too. Because being in the LGBTQIA community, sometimes it's hard to even navigate relationships. To even try to understand what's going on, because mentally we're just feeling like we're being judged. Or we feel like we're not as free as we're able to be because we still travel with caution. And we still travel with the uncertainty of how people gonna really accept us. So being in a space of Beyond Health is creating a community, but it's also letting us know we have your back. Despite what's going on, we have your back.
And speaking of pride, right? One of the reasons why pride, I think, is so beautiful is because it increases the visibility of this really special community, but it also reminds all of us that this is a human experience, right? It doesn't matter how you identify as far as your gender, what your sexual orientation is, what your sexual preferences are. You are first and foremost a human, right? And so I think that when you are delivering services, when you're delivering care, it's important to come from that point of view of you're a human. Right. And that helps that's one of our missions, right? To reduce stigma. Right. To reduce stigma and to give culturally competent care in a safe, supportive space. And the way to do that is remembering this is a human condition, Yeah.
It's a process. I think every time I try to go outside, I still have pride, but it's also that thing in the back of your head, is somebody looking? Mm-hmm. Is somebody saying something?
See, I don't really get into that. Like, I just don't care.
Really?
You know, I mean, I just once I made up in my mind, like, I don't care. Like, I'm just going to be me.
Yeah.
You know, it's the Sagittarius in me, I guess.
that is the Sagittarius. Okay, she's a Sagittarius. She's a Sag, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay.
She's a Sag.
Fire sign.
Listen, through and through.
Bring it out.
I definitely understand it. And I feel like being a creative, because I'm an entrepreneur and I'm in the beauty industry, I have to show up for my girls, whether it's having pride, it's just showing that somebody is there for you. Being able to understand, not really understand where you go through, but just understand the process of being there and supporting and creating a community.
Right.
So I love that you feeling free and bold and beyond. Okay.
Right, and beyond.
Listen,
I know that's right. The one thing I did want to say, and I appreciate your honesty and transparency, because as a mental health professional, as a person that is very big on their appearance, and I try to enter spaces and be so confident, there is still a voice that says, you don't belong here.
Hello.
You're not good enough.
Yeah.
Right? And so I can only imagine how that's amplified for you as an individual in the LGBTQIA plus community. And so it is very important that, however, even with that voice in your head, you are still showing up as Davon, right? And I love that. I think that's so beautiful. And that's what we're talking about today, being proud of who you are.
We are healing out loud, ladies and gentlemen. We are healing out loud.
Yes.
And just going through the experience and just having these kind of conversations, we need more of this. We need more intentions to kind of build that from there.
Yes.
So we're going to wrap up really quickly and then we'll be right back.
Yes.
Beyond Health provides our LGBTQIA community a safe, accepting place of recovery for substance abuse, mental health issues, and assistance with stable housing. Beyond Health serves those in our community who wish to beat the expectations and fulfill their dreams.
Are you ready to unlock your true potential? At the Buse Foundation, we're passionate about empowering women and teenage girls on their mental health journey. We create safe spaces for our clients to grow, heal, and thrive. Through individual therapy, mother-daughter family sessions, and inspiring workshops, we're here to help you become your best self. Take the first step toward transformation at busefoundation.org.
Beyond Health is an accepting place for healing and discovery for those navigating life's challenges.
And we also specialize in the LGBTQ community when it comes to mental health, substance abuse, and also PRP services.
Beat the expectations and fulfill your dreams together.
They were right there. They walked me through the whole process.
Beyond Health is here for those that feel marginalized.
I would say do not wait. Like, don't hesitate. Call now.
Beyond Health, PRP.com.
Yes, we're back again. Take a mental minute with Beyond Health. We have Aminah and Z. So we want to talk a little bit about the support system we have and creating a community as well. So what does a chosen family mean to you?
It means everything to me. Like, once I realized, okay, let me put this into words.
Okay, listen.
Give it to us, Z.
Once I realized, like, who my family really was, I just went with it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm the type of person, I just go with whatever.
Yeah.
You know, me being a Sagittarius, like, I just don't, I just push out all the clutter.
Yeah.
And me being, I just got married recently.
Congratulations. Ding, 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 ding.
Yes.
We love that.
Yes.
We love that.
You know, I'm really learning, like, it's a day-by-day process. I'm just learning to take it all in as it comes.
Yeah. And I also think when you're choosing your family in the LGBTQIA plus community, it's not easy.
Yeah.
Because
No.
it's almost like you have your mom and dad and you grew up with them and they showed you the way of how life's supposed to navigate. But then we chose to travel a different way.
Yeah.
But when we also create the other community, it's other people around us that's going through the same process. So when you do try to find your family and try to really create the community, it's a struggle, but it's also like refreshing at the same time.
Right, because it's like this is all your choice.
Yes, and
like,
you're not alone. And you have like somebody to kind of lean on a little bit in your support system, because honestly, when I first came out, it was a struggle, but it was also refreshing. Yeah. Like my family, I feel like they all knew. Yeah. Y'all all knew. Child, y'all all knew. But they allow me to be free because they never experienced anything like that. Yeah. I'm the only girl in the world in my family. Mm-hmm. And for them to accept and appreciate it, I love that. But I still needed my own community to support me as well, too. Yes. So choosing a family outside of my, biological family, of course, it was something that I wanted to be intentional with. Yes. And then creating friends that do want to support you in the same process. So,
Davon, that's so beautiful.
Listen, it's hard out here. And I think for everybody, not just being in the LGBTQIA community, but also in the hetero community as well. Because y'all battle with staying relevant. Y'all battle with trying to be independent. Yeah. And still trying to create your own family as well.
Yeah. Yeah. If the LGBTQIA plus community deals with internalized homophobia, internalized transphobia, we're dealing with internalized misogyny. Yeah. And how that plays a role in our relationships, right? It's tricky. Relationships, romantic relationships especially, are so easy to navigate. And I think in general, finding family, finding community, finding a tribe is important to your mental health. I'm going to bring it back to mental health.
Okay, it's important.
I'm 49 years old.
Yeah.
What? See, Zay is over here getting us together. She is 49, but the skin is skinny. Mm-hmm. I love that. Yes. I love that. So, Z, you said that you just recently got married. How did you and your partner meet?
We met in the program.
Listen, beyond health, creating romantic relationships. Y'all see that?
UNITY. Yes. UNITY. I love that.
Yes. It started off as something, but we grew. And we're growing every day.
Yeah. I feel like relationships, intimacy, being in the LGBTQIA community, it's so looked over. Mm-hmm. It's like some people want instant gratification.
Because we're taught to just do.
Yes. Listen.
We're taught to just not feel, but just go along with whatever.
Yes.
So when somebody says, you know what, I'm not doing that no more.
Yeah.
It's a problem.
Yes. So what helped you move from pain to empowerment? Yes. So what helped you move
That's a yummy
from
question.
Pain to empowerment?
Once I realized I was good enough.
Yes.
You better say that.
Okay, say it for the girls in the back.
Period.
Once I realized I was good enough for me.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes.
That's what pushes me forward every day.
Yes.
I do it for my community, but I do it for myself.
Yes, and I think it started off with just doing it for self, but also knowing that you have people behind to support you too.
Right.
And I feel the same way too. Like when I start feeling like I was enough, instead of overthinking, overguessing, and try to overanalyze, to try to be so perfect. And, we all have our own mess that we deal with on a day-to-day basis. So creating that standing on business and knowing that you are enough, not just for the people that's supporting you, but also for you inside.
Yes.
That's needed.
Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
I love that.
Yes.
So how do you navigate just understanding somebody else that's been dealing with a lot of just BS on a day-to-day basis trying to come out? How can you help us in the process of getting us back to who we are?
So I really feel like what Z said is so important in that aspect, which is reminding my clients that you matter, you are important. And when you give, especially you, Z, I've known you for a long time and you know how much I love you. When you give other people observing you permission to be themselves because you're being themselves, you're doing powerful work.
Yeah.
Right? It's not just, I'm getting an operation because I want to look good, right? You're doing this and it's bigger than you.
Yeah.
Right? You are walking down the street just doing Z and there's a little boy or girl watching you saying, oh, wow, That could be me.
Yeah.
I can be who I want to be.
Yeah.
That's why I do.
Yeah. And so it's my job to see you and others like you and say, be you. Yeah. Because you are important. When you come into group and you say, you know how I say, are you on a scale from 1 to 10? Are you a 10? Ow. Right? And you say, Miss Aminah, I'm a 6 because I'm hurt today. You give everyone else around you permission to speak their truth. Right? Even if it's just in that moment. You being authentic to you, Miss Sagittarius fire sign.
Period.
gives permission to everyone around you to say, you know what, maybe I can be myself too. And so that is my job, is creating an environment, a safe space, being researched, being informed, being empathic and empathetic, and saying, I want to see you be you, right? And also being an example of that. I can't go in front of a group and be fake and phony and expect them to feel like they can be themselves. And so I think as a practitioner, that's really my primary goal, is to say, I see you. You're important. Even your day-to-day, moment to moment, right? Even the small gradients, the small minutes are important. If you're having a good day or a bad day, if you want to be seen or not, if you are happy or sad, right? If your symptoms are at a 10 or they're at a 1, no matter what you're going through, it's all important. It's all seen, and it's my job to witness you in all of those different versions of yourself.
I totally agree.
Yeah, and to hold you. Absolutely.
And I wish we were we had these resources at a younger age. And just being raised from the projects, we never had those outlets. Or we never had that like freedom to be that. So when I hear you saying these type of things, I wish that this was available for us. But I think by we are walking in our truths and knowing what we are as people, as just individuals in the world, it gives the younger ones opportunity to really show up for themselves too. So I think this is so beautiful to just see how we are just growing to see better, not just to be in the light for the moment and then you're just doing it for like clickbait or likes and comments. We're doing it because we want to. We're trying to create a community. We're trying to do a space, and by you having Beyond Health behind you to support this is amazing. And one of the things that just came up for me is like, you being yourself. Authenticity is advocacy. Just by you existing, you saying middle finger to anyone that doesn't like it. I don't know if I could say that on the podcast, but I'm going to say it. We are talking about being proud out loud, I agree.
Right?
Healing.
And like you said, when we talk about pride, right, the reason why we even have a pride is because the generations before us said enough. Y'all are going to see us. Y'all are going to hear us, right? And so it's our job now to take the mantle on for those coming up behind us. And by living out loud and being proud and healing out loud, you make space for the younger generation to take up the mantle.
Because let's be real, we grew up in a place where you didn't talk. What happens in this house stays in this house.
Absolutely.
You're absolutely right.
So now it's like it's boiling over.
Yes.
And everybody's just tired of it, like living like that.
Yes.
You're absolutely right. And we're going to come right back. Thank you so much, ladies.
Thank you.
Beyond Health provides our LGBTQIA community a safe, accepting place of recovery for substance abuse, mental health issues, and assistance with stable housing. Beyond Health serves those in our community who wish to beat the expectations and fulfill their dreams.
Are you ready to unlock your true potential? At the Buse Foundation, we're passionate about empowering women and teenage girls on their mental health journey. We create safe spaces for our clients to grow, heal, and thrive. Through individual therapy, mother-daughter family sessions, and inspiring workshops, we're here to help you become your best self. Take the first step toward transformation at busefoundation.org.
Beyond Health is an accepting place for healing and discovery for those navigating life's challenges.
And we also specialize in the LGBTQ community when it comes to mental health, substance abuse, and also PRP services.
Beat the expectations and fulfill your dreams together.
They were right there. They walked me through the whole process.
Beyond Health is here for those that feel marginalized.
I would say do not wait. Like, don't hesitate. Call now.
Beyond Health, PRP.com.
Welcome back to Take a Mental Minute with Beyond Health. I want to give a special shout out and thank you for the sponsor, THB Bagels. You are the bomb.com. Okay, so now that we are back, what gives you the courage to speak your truth publicly? What gives you the courage to speak your truth publicly?
I'm just a ride or die type chick.
Okay, listen.
I mean, I just go for it. You know, I realize the work that needs to be done because I look around and it's like, I see it every day.
Yeah.
I'm a part of it every day. You know, I can't get up and like, no, I'm not trans no more. Like, no, it's not an issue for me. It's not a thing for me. So I have to go forward.
Yes.
You know, so I collect people.
Okay.
You know, I collect people. I mean, I look out for them. I mean, I'm a mother in the community.
Yeah.
I'm an auntie in the community.
Yeah.
So I take pride in it. That's where my pride comes from.
Yes, I love that. I love that. Just the truth of you owning your truth is so beautiful.
Yes.
It's so courageous. And not just for you, but just the people that you are supporting that's rooting for you at the same time. Because if it wasn't for you, baby, I'm quite sure a lot of us will probably be a little stressed out, a little bent over backwards, doing a little bit of everything.
Yes.
So just owning your truth. And same for me too, because, and same for me too, I think owning your truth is the best thing that you can do for yourself.
Yes.
And just being out there. Because it took a lot for me to just be comfortable with myself.
Yes.
Even though a lot of my friends seen it, but I didn't see it for myself neither. Because I'm still trying to battle my own identity.
Yes.
Like at first I just didn't know what was going on. I'm like, why do I like this? Or why do I like this? And why can I just be the same as others?
Yes.
And I feel like he didn't make you this way.
It's not for you.
Listen, listen, I get that. I get that.
I'm so glad that you got to a place where you can be Davon.
Yeah.
Because you are a treat.
Listen,
you are a delight.
Yum, yum.
Delicious, delectable,
Yum,
right?
yum,
You are
yum,
just being
yum.
here with you. You are such a unique, bright light. And that's really what Pride is about, Pride Month is about, is just really bringing a flashlight, a highlight on these beautiful souls, these beautiful energies that have been overlooked, undervalued.
Yes.
And I'm glad that you said no. Y'all gonna eat. Y'all gonna see Davon. Y'all gonna choke on all of this greatness. I love it.
I thank you so much for that.
Yes.
And thank you so much for Take a Mental Minute with Beyond Health. We are healing out loud,
Yes.
pride and proud.
Yes.
Thank you, Aminah, for joining us.
Thank you, Davon.
Thank you, Z, for coming and just sharing your intake of what this is.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And, you know, I want to thank Beyond Health for giving me this amazing opportunity. This is your boy, Davon Kane, and we are signing out. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.